LB! Welcome back to Weekly Writes. I'm your host Kayumi, and today we will be having a special episode wherein pag-uusapan na natin ang top qualities and skills of a media writer with a twist. I will be taking sort of a self-assessment and will be rating myself from 1 to 5, with 1 being the highest and 5 being the lowest score. So with all that said, let's get on with today's episode. Let's start with the qualities of a media writer. Number 1, curious. I believe trait ito. I believe desire to learn ito. I believe ako na to. Sobrang nakarelate ako sa sinabi ng aking prof na ang curiosity ay parang isang makulit na bata na tanong ng tanong kung bakit. As I myself am like that. So I rate myself a 1 out of 5. Number 2, intelligent. Lahat naman ata ng taga-UP is very intelligent.
Amazing!
Imagine ninyo, karamihan ng mga kaklase natin is valedictorian, salutatorian, and yung iba pa, global mathletes champion.
Nani?
Medyo nakaka-overwhelm, ha? But personally, I'd say I'm pretty intelligent. And proud ako sa katalinuhan ko. So, I'd rate myself mga 1 out of 5. Number 3, industrious and resourceful. Minsan, sobrang dami talagang gawain. Lalo na ngayon, no? Na we are in UP. Kailangan industrious ka talaga to be able to finish your task on time. Pagdating naman sa writing, kailangan maging resourceful to be able to write factual articles. Kailangan ma-exhaust mo lahat ng possible sources ng truth and information. Ang diskarte ko dyan, reading a lot of articles, studies, and browsing online search engines. Yung legit lang, ha? And using social media as a tool to communicate with experts. Diba? Diskarte. So I'd score myself 2 out of 5. Medyo may improve pa naman. Number 4, persevering. Did you know, guys, that I studied in the same school my whole life? Like, hindi ako nagsawa, ha? 12 years din yun. My educational journey was long and sometimes overbearingly difficult. But I persevered, o diba? Never give up! Pag gusto, may paraan. So 1 out of 5 ang score ko dyan. Number 5, imaginative. I asked my friend to help me with this one. And he rated me a 3 out of 5. I'd say, tama naman. I'm the type of person who values originality. I always want my work to be unique. And I think my imagination comes out whenever I have an output to pass in school. However, I'm not the type of person to create poems or artworks in the spur of the moment. So, I guess medyo may improve pa natin to. Number 6, puts premium on truth and accuracy. This is a value instilled in every DevCom student and in every writer. We want to always fight for the truth in the midst of a world where social and moral erosion is happening. I give myself a 1 out of 5 on this one. Number 7, loves to read. Okay, aaminin ko. Bumibili lang ako ng libro pag napanood ko na yung movie. I can read books naman if I put it on my must-read list. Pero I would rather watch Netflix or my favorite Korean novela. So my rating on this one is 3 out of 5. Need ko pa talaga to i-improve. Lalo na, you need to read a lot to become a great writer. Number 8, interested in and loves people. 1 out of 5 ako here. I may seem shy at first, but once I get out of my shell, I really love to interact with people. For our first exercise in DevCom 11, we had to interview people on the street about their opinions on my topic, which was Barangay and Sangguniang Kabataan elections. I had such a fun time meeting new people and was amazed by their willingness to work with me. One of the persons I interviewed told me that I was doing such a good job by asking the regular people, about their opinions about politics and not just asking those with power. Number 9, service-oriented. Bata pa lang ako, SSG, SPG na ako. Hindi ko din alam kung bakit, but I'm super grateful na nagkaroon ako ng ganong opportunity. It's always been the way for me to serve my school, and I have never regretted it. So, my score for this one is 1 out of 5. Now, let's move on to the skills of a media writer. Number 1, gathering data. Minsan talaga sobrang hirap makakuha ng data on a specific topic, pero I'd say never give up. May makikita ka rin. It takes time lang talaga. And on this skill, I'd rate myself a 3 out of 5.
Nani?
Number 2, validating and clarifying information. Hoy, kailangan correct and factual information lagi ha, pag isang writer. Huwag na tayong dumagdag sa kay rami-rami ng fake news sa mundo. Always get your information from credible sources. Huwag yung sa mga iffy na sites or mga social media posts. I'd rate myself 1 out of 5 pala dito. Wow! Next, organizing information. Sa lahat ata ng writing classes ko, tinuturo naman na kailangan maging organized. Kailangan may draft ka muna or topic outline. Pero minsan talaga, kung ano-ano na lang yung naiisip mo, kung ano yung order in which you think about those phrases or information, yun na lang din yung nilalagay ko. So, dapat hindi ganun. Minsan kasi, dahil sa sobrang cramped na sa time, nagiging inorganize na yung gawa natin. Pero dapat talaga, organized pa rin siya. Organized pa rin yung thoughts and ideas. So, I give myself a 2 out of 5. Number 4, writing clearly and effectively. I've never been the type to use highfalutin words, kahit na it may make me seem more intelligent. Pero kasi, may pagka-minimalist ako sa writing. The simpler the better, para mas maintindihan ng audience, diba? I'd give myself a 1 out of 5 on this one. Lastly, proficiency in the operation and communication of tools and devices. Bata pa lang kasi ako, may computer na sa amin, and lagi ko tong ginagamit. Tapos nun, na-introduce na yung smartphones and then other tools of communication like laptop, microphones, mga iPad natin. So, I think nagiging proficient naman ako dito. Medyo maalam-alam na, pero syempre, meron pa rin akong mga hindi nagagamit like yung mga professional equipment, lighting, cameras. So, I think mas may improve pa to over time. So, I'd score myself 2 out of 5. So, ano nga ba ang most important quality? Sa lahat ng mga nabanggit, I believe puts premium on truth and accuracy. If we as media writers and development communicators do not make sure that our works are 100% truth, what is the purpose in communicating those? Instead of spreading factual messages that evoke people to bring positive changes to the community, we are just contributing to the problem of misinformation, which will hinder the process of development. In terms of skill, writing clearly and effectively is the most critical. For effective communication to take place between the producers and consumers of information, we need to first make sure that the message gets across. That's why we need to write clearly and effectively. Sobrang nakatulong sa akin ang topic natin for today's video. Alam ko na as a development communicator in training, mas kailangan ko pa i-enhance yung mga skills, qualities, and attributes na napag-usapan natin. I encourage you listeners to also assess yourselves and work towards strengthening your skills as a media writer. Thank you for listening to this week's podcast. Until next time, sincerely yours, Kayomi Masi, your development communicator in training.